Hi everyone, my name is David Jesus Vignolli and I'm an illustrator and I'm a graphic novel artist. I always loved illustration. So since my childhood I used to draw on my school tables. The teacher used to say that you never do any money doing these illustrations and so on. But I kept on drawing and it was always a passion. My father was an engineer and he wanted me to study engineering, but this was always my passion. It's something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to do comics because I was like reading Marvel comics, reading DC comics, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, and I wanted to be one of the artists who can every month living from creating comics, drawing this amazing adventure with these characters. So I decided to do graphic design in Rio. This was probably the closest academic discipline that was closest to comic book, but I thought that was something that I could make a living from. So I decided to go to the university. So I spent 5 years there. There was a lot about illustration in this university, and this was very nice because it helped me a lot. And once I left, I worked for a few years with graphic design, both in Rio and in Vienna, where my wife comes from. And now I have a company of illustration, so I work with what is called a graphic facilitation. And I came back to what I really wanted to do. It was in 2010 that I decided to create comics. So I had a web comic called Friday Comics with my brother. So I was doing every Friday one comic page, and I kept on doing it. And now in 2016, I did my first graphic novel, A Girl in the Himalayas. And I sent to a couple of publishers and I got a positive response from Boo Studios, from Archaea, their imprint. I got A Girl in the Himalayas published last year in 2018, and it was very well received by the public and also the critics. And now I'm producing my second graphic novel called New World. It's going to be launched this year in August. New World, it's a story about the discovery of the Americas. So it's the encounter of Native Americans with Europeans and Africans, but it's all it's brought together by a supernatural power. It's basically talking a little bit about my roots, because my ancestry, I have Europeans, I have Africans, and I have Native Americans. It's also the story of a native Indian called Irasema, and she's trying to find this monster who is basically destroying her world. She has to find this monster, and she's helped by this African musician called Amakai and this Portuguese sailor called Bartolomeu. This is also a story of how these three continents came together to form a new world based in historic facts. So it's a fantasy, but it's set in real kind of historic facts. And there is a very important character that's Americo Vespucci. It's basically the sailor who named America. So America means the land of Americo. By reading this book, you see that Americo, he basically creates some sort of fake news, because he told that he reached America before Colombo. And at that time they believed, so they named the continent America instead of being named Columba. So America started with a fake news, you could say that, and this is all in the book. So I'll try to keep you updated here with all my process and my step-by-step as an artist. I hope you enjoy it. You can follow me in social medias, David Jesus Vignolli. I'll keep you updated of everything that's happening here in my studio, and I hope I can inspire you also to tell your own stories and that you know a little bit more what I'm doing. So thank you.